All right, happy Saturday afternoon to you, or morning, wherever you happen to be. It is time for the NBC Game of the Week. We're back live after an interruption last Saturday of not being live. We are back live with Inside Pitch, and we are in Chavez Ravine in Los Angeles. The Dodgers taking on the Houston Astros. Hello, Robert from RJL Network. Be sure to check out his Inside Pitch 1979 Fall Classic between the Angels and these Astros. Not these Astros, but the 1979 Astros. Hello, BB. How are you? And Joel, good to see you. And the Replay Gamers, good to see you all so far on this Saturday afternoon. As usual, I got to get my setup done to make sure it all fits correctly. Hopefully that will fit in there pretty good. I think I've got it all in there correctly. We got the Dodger blue dice because, of course, when you're doing the Dodgers, you got to do Dodger blue if they're at home. So it's going to be not the best pitching matchup. I almost fudged it because there was a great pitching matchup the day before this game on the Friday. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Nolan Ryan against Fernando Valenzuela. So I was half tempted to use that game, but I want to be true to the date, which is Saturday, June 7th. I don't know if this was an NBC Game of the Week because none of those are on YouTube, but I made it that way just so I can get these teams in there because I want to show all the teams at least once early on and then go by the standings after that. So that's why we're in LA to get LA and Houston both some showtime. So I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it's a real game on NBC. It could have been. I mean, it's possible, but we don't know for sure. But I decided to stick with the actual lineups and everything from June the 7th, even though it's not the greatest pitching matchup in the world. Mike Madden against Jerry Rolls-Royce. Houston actually won this game 7-5 in real life. I don't think Mike Madden was around very long. He only had 6 starts on the 86 season, and he doesn't even have his own hitting card because he's had such few at-bats, so I had to use the generic hitting card for Houston pitchers. All right, Cleveland baseball fan, Tim, good to see you, and Mr. Utah Mike, good to see you as well. Hope everybody's ready for some Inside Pitch, kind of maybe be the appetizer for RJL's Fall Classic tonight, 1979. I won't spoil who won the first game. If you want to go back and watch it, you can. But he does have Game 2 from the Astrodome with the Angels and the Astros. I believe it's Dave Frost against Joe Niekro, I believe is the pitching matchup in Game 2. First pitching matchup was magnanimous. It was Nolan Ryan before he goes to the Astros, back when he was with the Angels against J.R. Richards. So if you haven't seen that first game, you really ought to go back and check it out. All right, BB. So you know all about Mike Madden then, don't you? All right. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. I'm glad Mr. RJL is here because, like I said, when I'm playing all these multiple games, Inside Pitch, Payoff Pitch, Stratomatic, Status Pro, and whatnot, sometimes you can lose track of the rules if you're not playing a game over and over and over. So hopefully Mr. RJL will be here just in case I screw something up on the rules. I do have the, obviously the charts in front of me. So hopefully I won't do that, but remains to be seen. All right, there you see the starting lineups for both teams, the benches that are available, the bench guys that are available on both teams, and the bullpen guys that are available on both teams. So with Royce and Madden on the mound, we could be going to the bullpen early and often. We shall see. Looks like, I'm looking on the computer, looks like everything is showing up fairly decent, so I'll go ahead and get started without any further delay. I will kind of tease something early on, probably Tuesday. I just started a brand new project in History Maker Baseball with the fictional set, so I will be doing something with that on Tuesday, probably around lunchtime, to start that out and present that. So you can see what's going on with that. I had a lot of fun with that video, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it on Tuesday around noon Eastern when I put that up. I think is when I'm going to do that. All right, so Bill Doran will lead things off for the Astros, or as Chris Berman called him, Chris Duran. He will be facing Jerry Royce. He's a switch hitter batting right-handed against the lefty. But it looks like on here he actually does a little bit better against right-handed pitching, at least as far as the top level here. Now he does have some splits that are better against lefties, but so maybe it's 6-1, half dozen the other. I don't know. All right, we're ready to go. Jerry Royce facing Bill Doran. And the 1986 NBC Game of the Week, played June 7th, 1986, is underway. 4-6 for Royce. That's a strikeout chance. 7. And 7 is not going to do it. Against a lefty, he only strikes out as a 5. Stadium adds nothing. It actually takes away 3 from walks. So Doran will still get a chance to swing because he did not strike out against Royce. It's 4-1. He's going to fly to left, and that's 1 away. So put away out there by Franklin Stubbs. And that'll bring up Billy Hatcher. One thing I noticed on the ratings for these Dodgers, their fielding is not good at all. Not good at all. All right, Billy Hatcher steps up. Center fielder. Royce to Hatcher, 4-2. That's a walk chance. Remember, the stadium takes away 3. That's a 6. His walk chance is a 7, but the stadium takes away 3, drops him to a 4, so that will not be a walk. Interesting that the Dodger Stadium took 3 away from walks. So Hatcher will swing 2-2, and it's a star 1, which is a ground ball to second. And Steve Sachs is there to put it away. 2 up, 2 down for Jose Cruz. One of the few people that's in the 1979 replay with Fall Classic with RJL. One of the Astros, few Astros that were on both teams. Jose Cruz, lefty on lefty with Royce. 2-1, and against a left-hander, that's a strikeout chance. That's a 15, though. It's too high, so Cruz will swing. 6-1, it's a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. So very tidy inning by Rolls-Royce as he rolled through the first inning and taking care of the Astros in short order. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Houston nothing, and the Dodgers coming to bat. And the aforementioned Mike Madden, 1-2 with a 4.08 ERA. Well, Royce is not much better on the 86 season. He was 2-6 with a 5.84 ERA. So could be some runs in this game, despite the fact that they were scoreless in the top of the first. That could change very quickly. Mariano Duncan, switch hitter. I believe later on with the Reds in 1990 at least, he had abandoned switch hitting and went straight to right-handed hitting. So Duncan leads off against Madden. 3-1's a walk chance. That's a 3. Against the lefty, he's a 5, but again, the stadium takes away 3, so that's going to drop him to a 2, so he will not walk. Duncan will swing, though, 5-1, and it's a star 3, which is a ground ball to short, and Reynolds puts it away, 1 down. So that's 2 times now that the stadium has prevented a walk. Very interesting that they rate them -3. Not sure how he gets his ratings, but hey, Coach Kid, how are you doing? Here is Steve Sachs, one of the bright spots for the Dodgers in 86. 4-3, and that's a strikeout chance, but 15 is way too high for that. Go to Sachs, 3-3, question mark 8. That's against a left-hander, goes all the way to 17. That's a 5, so it will be a single for Steve Sachs. Not a big extra base hit that you could have gotten out of something like that, but certainly they'll take the single by Steve Sachs as he is aboard for the Dodgers. His attempt is a 5, +1 from Madden will make him a 6. So strategy roll, first time we do the strategy roll, see if something happens. That's a 20, but there's no pickoff chances for Madden, so nothing's going to happen there. So Franklin Ticket Stubbs will step to the plate. 5-1, walk plus, so we're going to take away 3, but we're going to add 10. So that's got a net +7 to his walk total. 11, I guess the lefty is a 4, but it's a net 7 gain because you add 10, makes him a 14. -3 is an 11. That is an 11, so Franklin Stubbs will draw the walk. A lot of manipulation there with the numbers, but he does draw the walk. And that puts 2 on. 2 on with only 1 out. And of course, we know Steve Sachs lives on 5th Avenue. So here is Bill Madlock, who's also in the 79, or in the NLCS. He didn't make the World Series, but he's in the NLCS with the Pirates. Madlock aboard. Strategy. Well, there's really no reason to do a strategy roll because I don't. Well, we'll see if Sachs can get a jump to steal third. 5. No, he can't. So we're going to keep going. Madden 3-6. That's a strikeout chance. That's a 9. Too high. So Madlock will swing. 5-1. Single pass second. And that should score Sachs with his speed. Single pass second. All you need is a 2 through 6. And Sachs obviously runs very well. He runs as a 4. So Sachs will score. Let's see about Stubbs. Does he make third base? Stubbs a BR of 3 to get from first to third on a single pass second. That's all you need is a 3. So Stubbs will make it to third base. So big RBI single for Bill Madlock. And that puts the Dodgers up 1-0. And it could be a long day for Mark Madden. 1-0 Dodgers. Tommy Lasorda very happy about this. Sliding down another string of linguine. And that brings up Mike Marshall. Only 1 out. Infield is at double play depth because, well, maybe not. He's a 2 and he's a -1. So let's see. What about the pivots? Reynolds is a 0. Dorn's a 0. They're going to play the infield in because they just don't trust that they can turn a double play here. Madlock, let's see what kind of steal attempt he might have. Attempt of a 2, 1 plus the 1 from Madden, so we will roll for the chance to do it. 20, but again, he has no pickoff chance. So, hello Frank, how you doing? Pitch to Marshall, 5-2, and that's a range play. The infield was in, don't forget, so all the Rangers are going to go down by 2 for infielders. If it goes to an infielder, could go to an outfielder, we'll see. 5-1, but that's a straight-up home run against a left-hander, a straight-up home run to left field. There is no range for that. That is a 3-run kaboom, as RJL would say. And Mike Marshall hits a 3-run homer off of Madden, and Astros could be going to the pen very quickly. Madden may not even get a chance to bat. It's 4-0 already here in the first. And I was afraid this would happen when I saw this pitching matchup, but I had to stick with the actual matchup. I didn't want to fudge it and use Friday's game. So that's just the way it is. Madden's trying to shake it off. Bullpen activity for the Astros already. Let's see who's got the most length in the bullpen. Looks like Aurelio Lopez can face 7 batters, so he's loosening in the bullpen. But right now, Madden's just trying to get some outs, down 4-0. Here's Trevino. 6-3, strikeout chance. He does get him there, so that's out number 2. He does come back with a strikeout of Trevino. So 2 down for Greg Crocodile Brock. And he is up there against Madden. His card very well done with splits. A lot of outs on the facing the lefties, and he has no home run chances against lefties. It's 16 home runs all against right-handers. So I'm glad he had enough at bats to get that split up so that you don't have a 20-20 there. So here's Brock, lefty on lefty. 1-3, possible error on a throw. 4-2 is a pop up to first, so obviously no throw there as Glenn Davis puts it away. But just like that, the Dodgers hang a 4 spot on the Astros, and they've turned a 4-0 lead over to Jerry Royce, hoping he can hold it. And I tell you what, Madden, not going to be in this game very long the way things are going. But Jerry Rolls Royce is back out. And he will be facing Glenn Davis, first baseman. 2-4, and that is a potential walk. But again, you -3 the walk ratio, but he has enough of a walk. That would be a 9. That's a 1, so Glenn Davis will walk. So Glenn Davis does draw the leadoff walk, and that's what the Astros need. They need base runners. They need base runners as much as they can get them. Attempt of 1 for Glenn Davis, plus 1 from Royce makes him attempt of 2. But again, no pickoff attempt for Royce, but we'll roll it just in case. But I don't think I'd send him anyway because they're down 4-0. So Kevin Bass, 5-4, that's a strikeout chance, and that's a 1, so he is gone. Kevin Bass struck him out. He went fishing for that one and missed it. That'll bring up Scrap Iron, Phil Garner, another one of those 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates that was in the NLCS for RJL. BB, that's a good question. He had a lot of them. I mean, he had a lot of them. I'd have to think on that one. I'd have to think of that one. I liked Rick Really Big Shoe. I thought that was a pretty neat name, but there are a lot of good ones. And of course, I'm influenced by him because I grew up watching Sports Center with him on the baseball highlights. So, all right. So Garner is up again. We'll roll for Davis. I don't think nothing's going to happen. It's not. Royce to Garner. Infield is double play depth. 2-4 is a walk chance. 5, and that will be enough. Garner walks high enough. Even the -3 won't hurt him. So, a couple of walks in this inning, and that's not what you want to do if you're Mr. Rolls Royce. You don't want to start giving free bases away when you're up 4-0. You don't want to start walking guys, but he can't stand prosperity, obviously. And Alan Ashby, the batter. No D20 roll now because there's no way Glenn Davis is going to try anything. 1-6, and that's a strikeout chance. 14, though, is too high for Ashby, so he will get the swing. 2-6, star 6, that's a ground ball to third. Could be a double play. We also have to check and see if it's hit to the line or wherever. So we roll 1d6 and try to figure out where that ball is hit. Let's see here. Runner on first and second. If it's 1-2, it's toward the line. 3-4, it's right at the third baseman. And if it's 5 or 6, it's in the hole. So that's a 6, meaning it's in the hole. Double play chance will go second to first. So Ashby has a 2 double play rating. -1 from Royce makes him a 1, but they were halfway, makes it a 2. The pivot at second, Steve Sachs, is a -1, makes it a 1. Both their pivot men are -1. So this has to be a 1 for a double play. And it is not. It is a 3, and Garner runs at a 3. But I believe, RJL, correct me on this, I believe if it's a 3 and he runs at a 3, I believe he's still forced here. I'm thinking his base running rating has to beat that. Or is it that this has to beat his base running rating? That's one of the ones I'm confused about. I know Davis goes to third, and I know there's now 2 outs. I'm just trying to figure out whether Garner is forced out or whether, since 3 is equal to his run rating, that it doesn't beat it, that he would get the base. But I'm thinking it's a force play on this. That's what I'm thinking, out of memory anyway. So hopefully, Robert, if you're listening or watching, you can let me know about that to give me a confirmation. I do know Glenn Davis does make it to third base for sure. I'm thinking Garner is out and Ashby will be the new runner at first base. So that puts runners at the corners with 2 down. For Craig Reynolds, shortstop. So the out goes 5-4. Okay, thank you, BB. I got it right. All right, thank you. All right, so runners at the corners. Ashby, I don't think has any chance to move to steal here. No, he has no attempt, so we're not going to worry about a D20 roll. That's what I thought. He was reduced by 1, so he would actually be a 2 run rating, so 3 actually beat him. So that was correct then, I guess. All right, so Reynolds is up. Now, if Reynolds gets on, they may pinch hit for Madden because they need some runs. But we'll see. It's 2 outs and big chance here for Reynolds. 6-6 is a strikeout chance. 20 is way too high for that. We go to Reynolds. 4-6, that's a star 2, which is a ground ball to third. And Matlock will throw the short way to second to force Ashby at second base. Another 5-4 fielder's choice that's going to end the inning. And the Astros leave a couple on and come away empty-handed. So we go to the bottom of the second. Still 4-0 Dodgers. And Mike Madden going back out, but might be in a little trouble. He is set to lead off next inning, so if they can get him through this second inning, I'm sure they will pinch hit for him. They just want to get him through this inning if possible. Here's Reggie Williams, center fielder. 4-1 range play. 5-3, that is a fly to center. The range of the center fielder Hatcher, he is a 3. And he makes the catch. So Hatcher takes away a potential base hit. That certainly helped Madden out a bit. And now he's going to get help more because Jerry Royce is coming to bat. Although he was a .250 hitter in 20 at-bats. No power, but he can get a single here and there. 3-3. That's a hit by pitch chance, but -10 from Madden's not going to help that at all. Royce gets the swing. 6-2, and he singles past the pitcher. Wow. You know you're going bad as a pitcher if you give up a single to the opposing pitcher. And Jerry Royce just cracked the one-out single. And that'll flip the back of the order up to Duncan. Of course, Royce has no threat to run anywhere, so no D20 needs to be rolled. Here's Duncan. Madden to Duncan. 3-1 is a walk chance. That's a 9. But again, -3 makes that a 2, so too high. So Duncan will swing. 2-2 for Duncan. He lines it to short. Possible double play, but not likely. Liner to short for out number 2. Runner on first, a liner to short. This has to be a 1 to be a double play. And it's not. So Royce, even though he's not used to being on the base paths, does get back in time for out number 2. But he's not doubled off. And that brings up Steve Sachs. 1-2 strikeout chance, and he gets him. 5 and a 5, he gets him. So Madden did a decent job there here in the second inning, but I think he's so shaky. I think you got to take him out. So he's coming up to be the first hitter, and I think we're going to take him out. I'm not going to let Madden go much further. He had 6 starts, but he only pitched 39 2/3 innings. That tells, and plus he had 7 relief outings. That tells you he didn't make it very far in a lot of these games, and he's not going to make it far here either. And let's see, Stubbs, Madeline. They got a little right. Aurelio Lopez will be the new pitcher coming on in the bottom half of the inning. But right now, the Dodgers have a 4-0 lead, and the Astros need a pinch hitter, and they're going to go to Jim Pankovitz. Right-hander. They want a right-hander against the lefty Royce. So Jim Pankovitz will pinch hit. See if he can get something started here in the bottom of the third. Royce 5-4. That's a strikeout chance. 15 though is too high. Pankovitz 6-4 is going to fly to left. So Pankovitz is retired without incident. 1 away. Flip the order over to Bill Doran. Doran, his first time up, flew to left as well. Royce 3-3. That's a straight up home run chance. Doran against lefties is a 6. That's a 3. It is gone. Kaboom. Bill Doran. Doran. Not known for his home run power. He had 6 on the season, but he hits one here against Jerry Royce as Royce served up the gopher ball and finally gets the Astros on the board. It's a 4-1 game. The game's not over by any means because Jerry Royce is not the stellar pitcher either. He's not exactly Sandy Koufax out there. So here's Billy Hatcher. 5-1. That's a double question mark. A 1-8 is a straight up single against a righty, but that's a 10, so it's a blank. Go to Hatcher. 3-5 for Hatcher. That's a question mark 8 against lefties. It goes to 17. That's a 10, which means that's a double for Billy Hatcher. So back come the Stros, and somewhere Steeler fan, if he's around, could be happy about that. But Billy Hatcher, a lot of Astros on the channel here the last couple days with the Demolition League Astros of 2015, the 1979 Astros on RJL Network, and now the Astros here. So Astros aplenty without the trash can. All right, here is, let's see, Hatcher I don't think has any chance to. Well, he's got an attempt of 9, so I won't say that. +1 is a 10, which means you cut it in half to steal third, be 5. 1-5, he can steal third. 2, do they want to have him steal third is the question. With 1 out, it'll get him in scoring position. He runs or steals at a 15, but it's -1 from Royce, makes him a 14. Catcher arm, Trevino is a -2, makes him a 12. So no, they're not going to do it. They'd like to, but if you run yourself out of an inning, you look really stupid. So they're going to call off the steal. And Royce will pitch to Cruz. 5-4, strikeout chance. 14 is too high. We go to Cruz. 6-1, ground ball to short. And let's see, Hatcher's run rating is a 4, so let's see if he can make it to third. He does. So Hatcher makes it to third on the ground out to short, but now there are 2 outs. So he got to third eventually, but now there's 2 outs, so it's going to take a hit or wild pitch or something like that to get him in instead of a sacrifice fly or something of that nature. So up comes Glenn Davis. He's certainly capable of the long ball. And no chance. We're not going to let Billy Hatcher steal home, so no need to roll a strategy roll this time. 1-2 is a hit by pitch. He's a +4. He's a 10. It's a 14. That's a 2. So Glenn Davis gets plunked. Royce, a little bit of control issue there. Plunks Glenn Davis. He gets the Depends Lack of Control Award. And puts runners on the corners with 2 down. Tying run out the plate and Kevin Smallmouth Bass. And I don't think Glenn Davis is any threat to run. He is not. It'd be a 2, but it'd be dumb to run, so we're not even going to try it. 3-6. That's a range play. They were playing back because there's 2 outs, but it is a range play. 2-6 to Bass is a ground ball to short. We're checking the range of Mariano Duncan. His range is only a 2. And he can't get it. It's a base hit. Base hit. Billy Hatcher will score. Second run of the inning for the Astros on the base hit by Bass. I doubt that Glenn Davis is a base running rate of 2 can make it to third, but we'll double check it. Single pass short. To get from first to third, you got to have a 5, and Glenn Davis doesn't have that, so even with 2 outs, that's not going to help him. But Kevin Bass comes through with a big RBI single. And the Astros now cut the lead to 4-2 as they are trying to come back in this game. Scrap Iron Garner stepping to the plate. Scrap Iron walked his first chance. Royce, again, no strategy roll. 5-2, and that's the ballpark. We're going to Dodger Stadium for the first time. Dodger Stadium for Phil Garner. 5-3, that's a star 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Brock, and that's going to end the inning. So Royce finally gets out of it, but not before the Astros cut the lead in half at 4-2. And we go to the bottom of the third. We will need a new pitcher for the Astros, obviously. I don't know if they want to do a double switch this early in the game. The pitcher coming up is going to bat third. So they may go to a shorter, a relief pitcher that doesn't have as much length just to get him through the innings. So they're going to go to Manny Hernandez. They're going to save Lopez for later. So Manny Hernandez will be the new pitcher for the Astros. Can't say I've really heard much of Manny Hernandez, but he's the one name I don't really recognize. Only pitched 27 2/3 innings, but of course on inside pitch, everybody is carded. So, of course, you're going to have them. So, let's see. It's going to be Franklin Stubbs to lead off for the Dodgers. Lefty, but then a whole bunch of righties after that, so there's no reason to bring in a lefty. But we are going to have, and for some reason I didn't have Hernandez listed. I don't know why. Why don't I have Hernandez on here? For some reason I have Larry Anderson on there instead of Hernandez. I think that was a typo. So Hernandez is going to be coming on, not Larry Anderson. Hernandez is on. Here's Franklin. I know Hernandez started the season with the Phillies, so I think he's still with the Phillies, but too late to look it up now. Can't worry about that at the moment. Right now, it is going to be Franklin Stubbs against the new pitcher, Manny Hernandez. 2-5, and that's would be a single if he's tired, but obviously first bat of the game he's not tired. Here's Stubbs. 3-6 for Stubbs. He's going to single past second base, so leadoff single for Franklin Stubbs. And back come the Dodgers as the pitching staff of the Astros not faring too well. Here's the Bulldog, or Bill Madlock. Hey, Brandon, how are you doing, sir? Didn't see you there for a moment. Let's see, Stubbs, does he have any kind of a chance to steal? 2 plus 1's a 3. So 1 to 3 he can steal. There's also a chance for a pickoff. Nothing's happening. So Madlock, infield double play depth, 5-6. That's a potential wild pitch. That's a 16, though, so it's not going to be a wild pitch, just ball 1. Try again. 2-6 is a walk chance, but 14 is too high, so we go to Madlock. 5-6 is a star 3, which is a fly to right. And Bass puts that away easily. 1 down. For Mike Marshall, had the big 3-run homer his last time up. Hey, Carmine. How you doing? Varying opinions on that, Carmine. I know RJL would tell you inside pitch without a shadow of a doubt. But for me, Stratomatic is still my main game, but inside pitch is a very close second. I will say that. All right, strategy roll again to make sure there's no pickoff. There's not. Hernandez, 2-5, and again, he's not tired, so there's no single there. Go to Marshall, 5-5 against a right-hander. That's a fly to right against a lefty. It would have been a double, but here it's a fly to right for out number 2. Oh, don't know why I took Stubbs out of there. It's a fly to right. Bass puts it away again, 2 down. For the catcher, Alex Trevino. And they benched Sosha against the lefty starter, so that's why Trevino's in there. But later in the game, you could see Sosha because now we got the right-handers in there. Okay, they were both on the roster for this game. For some reason, I didn't pull the Larry Anderson card. I think he's still with the Phillies in my stack, so I'm just going to have to say he's unavailable for this game. He pitched too much last game and is tired or something. So maybe that's why I had Anderson on there and just forgot to put Hernandez for some reason. I don't know why. But I always forget something, it seems. 3, nothing happening. Hernandez, 4-3. That's a hit by pitch chance. Is this retaliation? Not really. It's a -10 there, so no hit by pitch. Trevino, 3-1's grounder right back to Hernandez to end the inning. So after 3 complete, Dodgers lead it 4-2. Dodgers are leading this thing 4-2. And that'll be all for Manny Hernandez because his time to bat is coming up shortly. And they will pinch hit for him. So Hernandez goes 1 inning, does his job, keeps the score where it is. It'll be Ashby, Reynolds, and a pinch hitter for Houston. They've used Pankovic, their righty. They also have Tony Walker, righty. They got Bailey. They got Burt Pena. None of those are very good. Poole, 244. Walling, 312. So Denny Walling looks like, although he's much better against righties, they like to save him for righties. So it depends on the base running situation. If it's 2 outs, base is empty, I'll bring a schlub up there. If there's people on base, I'll bring a better hitter. But right now it's Alan Ashby. He's going to lead things off here in the 4th. Royce, 1-5. That is a blank because Ashby's a switch hitter batting right-handed. So he's not facing a lefty, so it's not going to be an automatic out. It's a blank. Ashby swings, and he singles to right field. So Alan Ashby fought that one off and hits a leadoff single to right field. Ashby trying to get things started for the Stros with that leadoff single. That'll bring up Craig Reynolds. And if you notice on Craig Reynolds, even though he had 313 at-bats, he is not carded for the splits because he had, I believe, 43 at-bats or 35 at-bats or something versus lefties. They pretty much like to use Garner or somebody else, but apparently in this game they wanted to use Reynolds. In fairness to him, in this real game, he was 1 for 4. He did get a hit, so I won't belabor that too much. Ashby's not really a threat to run, so I don't see him doing anything like that whatsoever. In fact, he's got the H on his attempt, so he's not going to happen. Hey Frank, how you doing? Yes, they do have their rare play chart. I've got it right here off to the side. Rare play base is empty and a rare play with men on base. So they do have their own rare play chart. Of course, some people use other games' rare play charts if they so desire. All right, Royce to Reynolds. 6-6 strikeout chance, and he got him. So Reynolds is out on strikes. So with 1 out and 1 on, they're going to go to the bench, and they're going to bring in right-handed hitting Tony Walker. They want to save their good lefties for later in the game against maybe Niedenfuhr or somebody. So Tony Walker will get the pinch hitting call, and we will get a new pitcher for Houston. Brock Williams and Royce, 2 lefties are actually coming up, so I think they're going to go to lefty out of the bullpen. They're going to go to, well, they only got 1 lefty in the bullpen. That's the problem, so I probably don't want to use him. They're going to go to Riley Lopez. He can face 7 batters, so he'll be the new pitcher. Walker, 3-3, and that's a straight-up home run chance. Straight-up home run chance. He's a 10. That's a 1. It is gone. Tony Walker, a 2-run pinch hit homer, and what a great move by Hal Lanier to bring up Walker And he gets the 2-run pinch hit homer to tie the game at 4. And so excited, my pen's running out of ink. I got to change pens on my score sheet because my pen just ran out of ink. I got so excited. So now I got to write in red, which is not good. But that's all right. It's off camera, so you won't see it. But it's a home run for Tony Walker. Pinch hit style. Ties the game at 4. And now Jerry Royce is shaking his head. And Tommy Lasorda about ready to spit out his fettuccine as he had a 4-0 lead, and all of a sudden that's evaporated. So back to the top of the order for Bill Doran. 1-1 is a ballpark card, so we're going right to Dodger Stadium. See what Dodger Stadium provides. 2-5, that's a fly to right, so that's out number 2. Doran is out of there on the fly out to right field. 2 down, and that's going to bring up Billy Hatcher. And I don't know about anybody else, but I do love how colorful the inside pitch cards are, especially the Houston Astros. I love the way he designed those. Very, very creative. Royce, 5-1, double question mark against a right-hander. 1-8 is a single, but that's a 15, so it's a blank. Hatcher, 5-2. It's ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. But we are all tied at 4. Oops, I got to use that red pen again because the black one's out of ink. So unfortunately, my little score sheet, I'm going to have to use this red pen unless I can get this black one going, which seems to be, for some reason, run out of ink, and I don't know why. Yeah, I think it's has seen better days. I think I need to. So with this pen not doing so, I got to go to the bullpen for this pen. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the way. It's going to look weird with the red in there, but what are you going to do? Jerry Royce now is set to bat third this inning. Do you let him continue is the question, because he hasn't done very well at all. But Aurelio Lopez is in the game. In the 86 season, he was 3-3 with 7 saves and a 3.46 ERA. He'll be facing Craig Crocodile Brock to start the bottom of the 4th, tied at 4. 3-6, possible error on a throw. 6-4, that is a single to first. Now, according to the chart, let's look at the single to first on an error on a throw. Let's see here. This is where the new things are coming up. Single on an error on a throw. It says number 9. Infield single with 1 extra base advancement on bad throw. Otherwise, everyone gets 1 base total. So if there's an error on a throw, he would get the extra base. That's a 9. The hit went to, where'd it go? To first base. So Glenn Davis, his error rating is only a 2, so he's not going to make an error, but Greg Brock will get the single to start the inning. Greg Brock, leadoff single as the Astros were hoping to keep the Dodgers at bay, but Dodgers are coming right back on the leadoff single from Greg Brock. That'll bring up Reggie Williams, and the pitcher spot is on deck. We don't know about what Lasorda is going to decide with Royce. We'll figure it out. Brock, does he have much of a running chance? 2 plus 2 for Lopez is a 4. That's a 1, so Brock could get a chance to steal. He's got the jump if he wants to take it, but his stolen base totals are only a 6. Plus 2 from there make him an 8, and then Ashby's arm is a plus 1, makes him a 9. Be a 1 to 9 if they want to send him, but I just don't like those odds, so it's less than 50-50. So we're going to let Williams swing away at it. 3-4 is a strikeout chance. 7 got him. So Williams whiffs at the Lopez fastball. 1 away now with Royce. Do you leave him in there or not is the question. You do have 5 relievers, and you have pinch hitters abounding. So how do they want to play this? They're going to pull Royce. They just don't want to mess around. They don't like either starting pitcher right now. So Royce is going to come out. Hey, Midlife, how are you doing? So they're going to go to, they got an abundance of lefties off the bench. They're going to go to Len Matuzik. a lefty. So Len Matuzik will pinch hit for Jerry Rolls-Royce. And we will need a new pitcher for the Dodgers in the 5th. Royce is going to go 4 innings and get a no decision, because even if the Dodgers take the lead, he did not pitch the obligatory 5 innings, so he could not qualify for a win. All right, strategy roll here to make sure there's no pickoff or anything. There's not. All right, Lopez to Matuzik, and we'll cross off Matuzik as being used. 5-5 is a range play at Dodger Stadium. 5-6, and that's a star 1, which is a fly to the left. Range play for left fielder Jose Cruz. He's a range of 4. And he makes the play. So Cruz retires Matuzik on the fly to left. 2 down, and top of the order, Mariano Duncan. Switch hitter will now turn around and bat left-handed. Nothing happening there on the strategy roll. 3-6, that's a possible error on a throw. 2-1 is a fly to center, so no throw needed. The inning is over. Nothing doing for the Astros, for the Dodgers rather. And after 4 complete, we're tied at 4. So this game's kind of going the way it did in real life, with the bullpens going to be using everybody they've got. Let's look at the Dodger bullpen and see who they want to use. They probably like to have somebody that can give them a little bit of length, because this pitcher spot's not due up for a while. So let's see who they want to go to. Howell can pitch to 7. Pena can pitch to 8. So I think they're going to Alejandro Pena out of the pen. 1-2, 1 save, 4.89 ERA, but he did throw 70 innings in 1986. So Alejandro Pena will be on for Tommy Lasorda's Dodgers, and he'll be facing Billy Hatcher. Oops. Billy Hatcher, Jose Cruz. Actually, no, it won't be Billy Hatcher. Billy Hatcher made the last out of last inning. It will be Jose Cruz. So lefty matchup here, lefty on righty. But the Astros had lefty-righty switch, so pretty much they just went with the guy that had the most innings pitched or can face the most batters. So bullpen game now. Both relievers in the game right now are the pitchers of record. Pena to Cruz. 5-1's a walk chance. That's a 4. Against the righty, he walks as an 11. -3 makes it an 8, but the 4 still fits. So Jose Cruz draws a leadoff walk, and that's one thing you don't want a new reliever to do, is come in and start walking guys right away. Cruz has an attempt of 1, but you add 1 from Pena, makes it a 2. And nothing going on. Infield double play depth for Glenn Davis. 5-5, error on a ground ball, possibly. 2-4 is a ground ball to short. That's an 11. The error rating of the shortstop, Duncan, is an 11. So how about that? Duncan, his E rating is an 11. That is an 11. It will be a boot. An error, and that puts runners at first and second. Should have been a double play ball. And Tommy Lasorda is just shaking his head about Duncan. Thinking about sending him to Albuquerque or something, but that should have been 2. Definitely should have been 2. Can't blame Pena for that one. He got the ground ball he wanted, but his defense let him down. And again, the defensive ratings for the Dodgers are horrible. All right, here's Kevin Bass. Strategy roll again. 1, but he's not stealing. Here's Bass. Infield double play depth. 4-6, strikeout chance. That's a 4. He got him. So big strikeout for Alejandro Pena. And he's saying, if the fielders won't help me, I'll do it myself. That'll bring up scrap iron, Phil Garner. 2, no, they're still not going to run him anywhere. 6-3, and against a right-hander, that's a blank. Walk plus to a lefty, but a righty is a blank. Go to Garner. He swings. 2-1, star 1, fly to left, 2 down. As Stubbs will put it away. So Pena trying to pitch out of the mess and pick up his teammate. Still has to deal with Alan Ashby. Nothing going on there. Ashby singled his last time up. 5-6. He's not tired, so it's a strikeout chance, and a 2 will get him. So how about that? Alejandro Pena pitches out of that mess, and the Astros come away empty-handed. And at the end of 4.5, we are still tied at 4. Lopez back out. Lopez only faced 4 batters. So he's still good to go. He can face 7. So he won't be tired unless somebody gets on base. If he gives a base runner, then that's why I got to check him. But he is scheduled to bat second next inning, so you really want to get him through the inning if possible. Steve Sachs will lead things off. Sachs singled in the first, grounded out in the second. 1-6, that's a walk chance, but 20, way too high for that. Go to Sachs, 5-5, star 3, that is a fly to right. And Bass puts it away, 1 down. Brings up Franklin Stubbs, left fielder. 6-5, that's a walk chance, and that will be a walk. Stubbs will draw the 1-out walk. And just when you think Houston can get a 1-2-3 inning out of the situation, they mess up and allow a base runner. So Stubbs is on with a 1-out walk. Don't think he's much of a threat to run. He's an attempt of 2, though. With the +2, there's a 4. So 4, he could get a jump. 1-4. He does not. So he'll stand fast, and Bill Madlock will swing away. Infield double play depth. 3-6, possible error on a throw. 2-3 is a fly to right, so no throw to worry about. 2 down as Bass puts that one away as well. For Mike Marshall, and he's done the damage. That 3-run homer back in the first. At the time, put the Dodgers up 4-0, but we are tied at 4. Nothing on the Havoc. Lopez, 4-2, and that's an error on a ground ball, possibly. 6-1, and against a right-hander, that is a fly to left, not a double. It's a fly to left. So Marshall much better against the lefties, but against the righty, he couldn't get it done. And that's going to end the inning. So we're through 5, and that'll be it for Aurelio Lopez. He is done. He will be leaving for a pinch hitter in the top half of the 5th, or 6th rather. Pena, let's see how many batters he faced. Pena faced 4. He could face 8, so he's definitely going to stay in there. And Pena is set to bat 4th next inning, so they'd like to get him through the inning and possibly pinch hit for him later. And now that the Dodgers have a righty in there, now they can start going to some of the lefty pinch hitters, and Terry Poole has picked up a bat, and he will hit for the pitcher, Lopez. And then we'll need a new pitcher. Probably Kerfeld will be coming in for the Astros. So, but starting things off right now will be Craig Reynolds. And Reynolds, 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and then struck out in the 4th. Hey, Prague, how you doing? 5-4, and that is the ballpark card going back to Dodger Stadium for Craig Reynolds. 5-1, it's a single past first base, so Craig Reynolds, a leadoff single. Now, the question is, do you bring in a pinch hitter that can bunt, or do you bring in somebody that can hit? Which is your pleasure? Let's look at the bench again, see if they call Poole back or whether they want to get somebody in there. They really have, all the bunters have like 1s for bunts attempt, except for Poole. He's a 5. Everybody else is a poor bunter. Poole's one of the best bunters on the team at 5, but I think you'd rather have him hit here. So they're going to have him hit. We'll do a strategy roll. Nothing happening, I don't think. 4 for Reynolds. Now he's only a 1 attempt, plus 1 is a 2, so nothing happening there. Hey, Midlife, how are you doing in case I missed you earlier? Yeah, I'm not going to pinch hit to bunt. That would be ridiculous. I'd leave a pitcher in there to bunt. So Poole facing Pena. Pena 2-6 is a walk chance, but 17's too high for that. We'll go to Poole. 3-2. 3-2 is a double to center field, and that's why you don't bunt right there. Terry Poole, a pinch hit double. And boy, the Astros clicking the right buttons with all these pinch hitters. They seem to be doing the job. First Walker, the 2-run homer, and now this pinch hit double for Terry Poole. Question is, can Reynolds score on that double? The double goes to center field. Center fielder arm, Williams, is a 0. Reynolds runs as a 3. Double to center. A double to center. You gain 1. You gain 1 going first to home, so That would make him a 4. So Reynolds would be a 4. He can score on a 1 to 4. And it's a 1. He does score. How about that? He does score. And I'm thinking since that's a 1, that Poole would make an extra base, but I'm not sure on that. I know Reynolds will score, though, because he beat the throw. His BR rating would beat that throw. So it's a pinch hit double for Terry Poole. And the Astros have come all the way back to take the lead after being down 4-0. They come back to take the lead. Poole did the job in spades with that pinch hit double. And still nobody out. Pena on shaky ground. Here's Doran. Strategy roll check for a balk, and there's nothing. Pena 1-3 is a range play. Infield is back. 4-4 is a fly to right, though. We're checking the right fielder, Marshall. For a range play, Marshall is only a 1. And he can't get it. It's a single or a double. It's a single to right field. Will Poole score on that? As, again, the Dodgers' poor fielding has come back to bite them. The runner, in this case Poole, has a BR of 2. A single to right. Oh, he gets to try for third. Okay, he doesn't get third automatically. He gets to try for third. That was the case. Is that what you're saying? His BR is only a 2, so maybe I'll just keep him where he is. Hello, Brad. How you doing? Of course, I'm not going to play this game exactly 100% on the button because I don't play it enough. I probably should play it more often offline, just on my own. But with the Stratomac and everything, I've been doing that mostly. All right, so single to right field. To get from first to home, or second to home rather, you add 1 to the BR rating of the runner, which means Poole is now a 3, and Marshall is a 0 arm. So 1 to 3, and he makes it. So Poole will score on the base hit by Bill Doran. RBI single for Bill Doran will score Poole. And just like that, the Astros have a 2-run lead, and we may have seen the last of Alejandro Pena. Even though he is set to bat third, they may just need to bring somebody in to stop the bleeding. Oh, no, I'm not going to say anything about that game. Not at all. All right, so Doran is up. Strategy rolls are still in play. He's an attempt of 6. Plus 1 from Pena would be a 7. That's a 19, though. They're not going to have Hatcher bunt. So let's see if he's tired yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, he is now tired because he's faced 8 batters. Hatcher would be his 9th. So with him being tired, do you take a chance? Or do you bring in a new pitcher? Bullpen activity. Forgot to mark off Pena here. They could bring in Howell to face Hatcher, but I think they're going to save Diaz, the left, or Vandenberg rather, the lefty, to face Cruz. So they're going to try to get Pena to get through this one batter, if nothing else. 2, nothing happening, I don't think. Or do we want to have something happen? Doran is a 6, so he could try to steal. It's only a 6-4 game, so it's not like it's a blowout. His steal rating is a 14. -1 from Pena makes it a 13. Trevino is a -2, makes him 11. You know what? They're playing with house money. They're going to try it. 1 to 11. And he's in there. Stolen base for Bill Doran. When you're up by 2, you can take those kind of chances. So he steals second. Still nobody out. And Hatcher in there. And again, Pena is tired. 4-1's a range play. 2-6, star 3. It's a fly to right. We're checking Marshall again. His range is only a 1. And he can't get it. Is it a single or a double? It is a single to right field. And this could bring home another run. Doran runs at a 4. Single to right, you add 1, makes it a 5. And 0 arm, so 1 to 5. It's a 6, though, so somebody could be out. And this is where it gets a little sketchy. But we're looking at the outfield arm. And I'm hoping I'm doing this right, RJL. I'm looking at this chart right in here. And a 0 arm for Marshall. So if I roll another D6, 1 to 3, we go to this chart. 4 to 6, he just holds at third base. So I'm hoping that's right. That's a 3, so I've got to go to the secondary chart because the 1 through 3 says to do so. So go over this chart and roll another D6. It's a 5. 5 says lead runner is thrown out. If roll higher than trail runner's BR, then runner holds, otherwise he advances. Well, it's a 5, which is higher than the BR here, so Hatcher will hold at first base, but Doran's going to be out trying to score. I hope I did that correctly. Hello, Gerald. How are you doing? So Hatcher gets the base hit, but Marshall, even though he couldn't get to the ball, had a good enough throw to throw him out for out number 1 and save another run. And now that's it for Pena. He's coming out of there, and they are going to the bullpen for left-hander Ed Vandenberg. And they just need Vandenberg to get him out of the inning. So Vandenberg it is. Ed Vandenberg will be facing Jose Cruz, lefty on lefty, with 1 out and 1 on. Okay, I hope I did that right. I think you just told me I did it right, which is cool. Because I like to get things right as much as I can. I don't always do it, but I like to try anyway. All right, so strategy roll for Hatcher to see if he can get a jump. He does not. So here's Jose Cruz, lefty on lefty, 1 out, infield double play depth. 1-1. He's not tired, Vandenberg. It's his first batter, so there's no single there. 5-3. That's a single there. Single to center field. Will Hatcher take third is the question. Single to center. Hatcher runs at a 4. Single to center. You lose 1, makes him a 3. Williams' arm is a 0. So 1-3, he can make third base. And he does. And with that being a 1, Cruz has an opportunity to try to make second. His BR is a 2. And he does. I hope I did that right, RJL. It was a 1 on the first roll, so I checked Cruz to see if he can make it to second. His BR is a 2. I rolled a 2. I'm assuming it doesn't have to beat that. I'm assuming it's equal to or greater than. He can make it. So I'm giving Cruz the extra base according to what I'm seeing here. So hopefully that's correct. But either way you go, it's more bad news for the Dodgers as Vandenberg couldn't get the job done. And now infield's going to have to come in with runners at second and third. And they will give the intentional pass to Glenn Davis. They're not even going to mess around with Glenn Davis, I don't believe. They'll pitch to Kevin Bass, but now they got a force play at any base. And they're hoping they can turn a double play. Hoping they can turn a double play right here. Kevin Bass is double play. Oh, you know what? Vandenberg is a -2. We're not going to try for the double play. Boy, now do you want to walk? I guess we'll still walk Glenn Davis. You know what? No, we're not going to walk Glenn Davis. We're going to reverse that decision. Glenn Davis will not get the intentional pass. He's going to have to earn it with the infield in. Infield in. Rolling for any kind of weird stuff. That's a 20. So 1-4 is a pickoff chance. 5-8 is a pickoff error. And if it's a 1-4, we will pick off Hatcher. It'll be a situation where the catcher Trevino will throw to third after the pitch, and they will get Hatcher. So 1-4 is a pickoff. 5-8 is a pickoff error. That's a 14, so nothing going on. So now we can just do the at-bat as normal. 5-4. That's a strikeout chance. 11. Too high, so Glenn Davis will swing. 3-6. It's going to ground it to first. Again, the infield is in, which knocks Hatcher down to a 2. So the Astros will hold the runners. They're not going to try it. They don't want to screw things up. So the out is recorded. 3 unassisted by Brock. Hatcher freezes at second base, or at third base rather. So 2 down. And that'll send up Kevin Bass. Nothing on the havoc. Kevin Bass. 5-5. That is a possible error on a throw. 3-3 is a fly to center. That's going to end the inning. So Vandenberg gets him out of the jam. 2 runs did come in, however. And if we go to the bottom of the 6th, it is now 6-4 Astros. They have scored 6 unanswered runs to grab a 6-4 lead. We'll need a new pitcher for the Astros as they did pinch hit for Lopez, and it looks like it's going to be Charlie Kerfeld. I don't think they're going to do any double switches here. They're just going to have Kerfeld come in and pitch. He will be the new pitcher. Fourth pitcher used by the Astros is Kerfeld. And Trevino is the scheduled hitter. I wonder if you pinch hit for him or not. Could use Sosha here, because he would get the call mostly against right-handers. What do you want to do here? Do they bring in Sosha? Trevino is actually average-wise a better hitter. I think we'll stick with Trevino, I guess. Kind of early to pinch hit, I suppose. All right, Trevino will stay in the game and hit against Kerfeld. Kerfeld on the 86 season, 11-2 with 7 saves and a 2.59 ERA. 4-6 for Kerfeld's possible error. Trevino, 5-3, ground ball to short. That's an 11. Reynolds' error rating's only a 5, so he makes the play easily. And there's one away for Greg Brock. (1-6) against a lefty, that's a blank. 5-2, ground ball to short. So another easy play for Reynolds. 2 up and 2 down for Reggie Williams. 5-5, and that is a double question mark against a right-hander. 1-14 is an automatic out. That's a 19, so it's a blank. Williams, 6-6, will single to center. So a 2-out single for Reggie Williams. Tying run is at the plate now, and it will be a pinch hitter for Vandenberg. And they will go to the bench for another left-hander, and it's going to be, I believe, Ken Landreau. Kenny Landreau, a 261 hitter, will pinch hit for the pitcher in a big spot. Ken Landreau. And you wonder if the Dodger pinch hitters will do as well as the Astro pinch hitters. Strategy rolls are still in place. It's only a 2-run game, so we'll check for any kind of weird stuff. 1, Williams. Attempt is a 3, plus 1 from Kerfeld is a 4. So could try to steal him and get him in scoring position. He's a 15, plus 2 from Kerfeld makes him a 17. And Ashby's a plus 1, makes it an 18. You got to send him. 1-18, you have to go. And he's in there. It's possible throwing error. The throwing error rating on Ashby is a 9. And it is a 9, so not only does he steal, but Ashby throws it into center field, and Williams will take third base. So they're trying to put a little bit of pressure on the Astros. And the E2. And now a base hit by Landreau will definitely score the run. Havoc roll, nothing going on. Landreau. Kerfeld, 5-6, strikeout chance. 9 is too high. Landreau's swing, 2-1. Star 4, though, is a ground ball to third. Garner puts it away over to Davis. And despite the stolen base and the error, the Dodgers come away empty-handed here in the 6th. So we go to the 7th inning. And unfortunately for the Dodgers, they had the chance and couldn't quite cash it in. So they will need a new pitcher, will the Dodgers. And it looks like it's going to be right-handed reliever Ken Howell. Ken Howell, 6-12, 12 saves, 3.87 ERA on the 86 season. So Ken Howell is on. And he is the 4th pitcher used by the Dodgers. Again, turned into a bullpen game, which is no surprise. So Howell is on to face Phil Garner, Alan Ashby, and Craig Reynolds here in the top of the 7th. That's a 4-3, and that is a ballpark. We're going to Dodger Stadium. 3-3, that's a single plus. So Garner gets a single and has a chance to try to get to second base. His base run rating is a 3. The arm of Williams is a 0. So 1, 2, or 3, and he will make it to second base for a double. 4 or 5 he holds. 6 he's out trying. And he's out trying, so Phil Garner. Tough luck there for Phil. Scrap iron got the base hit, but then try to get greedy. And Williams guns him down. Call it 8-4 as Sachs put the tag on. 1 down for Alan Ashby. 5-3, strikeout chance, 5, got him. So it's 2 away. So that kind of getting thrown out on the bases kind of killed the rally there for the Astros. But they still lead at 6-4. And here's Craig Reynolds. Reynolds, 2-3 on Howell is a strikeout plus, and he got him. So Ken Howell comes back with a vengeance after giving up that single. Maybe got spurred on by the thrown out at second base. And he comes back and retires the Astros without incident. So we go to the bottom of the seventh inning stretch time. Charlie Kerfeld will come back out, I do believe. He faced 4 batters. He can face 6. So he's set to lead off next inning, so they're going to let him start the inning anyway. Don't know how it's going to go from there, but he's going to let him start the inning. And it'll be Duncan, Sachs, and Stubbs, top of the order for the Astros. But it is the 7th inning stretch time, so invite everyone to. I know I'm going to stand because I'm kind of stiff sitting here. It's my second game I've played in a row because I played a History Maker game just before this one. So I definitely want to stand up and stretch and not get all stiff. Oh, you know what? It's not automatic out. I forgot about that. It's an updated rule, isn't it? That's an updated rule. I did miss that. So I'm going by the old rules. Sometimes I got the old rules in my head. Let's see. Yep, it's right here. The roll 6 batter potentially throws out second. Use second check outfielder arm using the 2.6 chart, which is this one here. So Williams was a 0. So really I needed to roll 1 to 3. He might have been out. 4 to 6 he probably would have held. What are you going to do? You make a mistake, you make a mistake. Can't help that, unfortunately. Hopefully it doesn't, hopefully it's not anything that's going to affect the game. We shall see. Maybe Hal Lanier plays the game under protest. Hard to say exactly how that might work out. But in the meantime, stand for the take me out to the ball game and take a stretch. All right, now I can sit back down after I've stretched a little bit. Probably wasn't a long enough stretch, but we'll have to go with it, or else I'll be here all day. All right, so Kerfeld back out. He can face 2 more batters before he gets tired. Mariano Duncan, top of the order, leads off for the Dodgers. Oh, cool, Brandon. That was a long time ago, I can tell you that. I will make a quick spoiler for you. Kip Scarry will be making a return visit to the channel. That's just a quick teaser for the History Maker. All right, here is Kerfeld. 4-2, potential error on a throw. Duncan, 3-4. That is a ground ball to short against righties. That's a 3. So it looks like to me it's going to be an error, but we'll check the receiver at first to see if it's a 2-base error or a 1-base error. So let's see here. The error rating on Reynolds is a 5. That's a 3. So definitely going to be an error. The question is it a 2-base error? First baseman Davis, his range is a 4. So he will stop it from getting past him, but it will be an error. Second one on the Astros. This one belongs to Craig Reynolds, E6. And Kerfeld's not too happy about that, I can tell you. So Duncan is aboard on the leadoff error. And that'll bring up Steve Sachs. So unless I run back and get Larry Anderson's card, which I could do, I might have to run out of pitchers. They got Dave Smith and Frank DiPino left, but I may have to run and get the pitcher card from the Phillies for Larry Anderson. We got to move him over. Strategy roll. 19. We're not having Sachs bunt, down by 2. Kerfeld, 5-2. Home run question mark. Home run question mark, but that's an 8, so it does not fit the 1-3, so no home run chance for Sachs. But he will swing. 6-3, and against a righty, he singles past the pitcher. And on an S1, to get from first to third, you need a 4 through 6 run rating. Duncan is a 5, so he will make it to third easily. And all of a sudden now, the Dodgers have something cooking, and we may need some relief for Kerfeld. As all of a sudden, that 2-run lead is looking like it's more and more in jeopardy. And why am I not finding my Sachs? Oh, here it is. There he is. So first and third, nobody out. And that error has kind of opened the door. And Frank DiPino, the lefty, is loosening the Dodger bullpen. He could be coming up shortly. Stubbs is your batter. Kerfeld, is he tired? Kerfeld is now tired. He's faced 6 batters. This will be batter 7 coming up. Kerfeld is scheduled to lead off the next inning. But how do you want to play it is the question. They're going to bring in DiPino, I think. They're going to have to. They don't want to take a chance on Kerfeld because he's flailing around here. So Frank DiPino, the lefty, will be coming on. And like I said, if we run out of pitchers for the Astros, I will go get Larry Anderson out of the bullpen for the Phillies to put him in the right spot. But right now it is the left-hander Frank DiPino. He is on to face Franklin Stubbs, another lefty. Now the Dodgers could pinch hit here with either Cabell or Russell. A couple of righties on the bench. Both are rated to play left field. So they're actually going to bring in Bill Russell to pinch hit. They're going to counter this move with Bill Russell. And Stubbs will take a seat for the rest of the game. So Bill Russell will come in and take over in left field. That leaves Cabell, Anderson, and Scioscia on the bench. But now you got a righty on a lefty matchup. And Russell will stay in the game to play left field as well. And his rating in left field is a 3-0 and a +1. So actually maybe a little bit better than Stubbs, except for the arm. All right. So now runners on the corners. Sachs, we'll see if he gets a jump to steal. A 1, he could steal second base. Sachs is a 14, but it's -2 for DiPino, make him a 12. Ashby's a +1, makes it a 13. They're going to send Sachs, not a double steal, but just a steal of second base to get him in scoring position, possibly 1-13. And he's in there, stolen base for Sachs. That takes away the double play. So Sachs being very sneaky, getting over there. Second and third, nobody out. They're going to play the infield back. They got to have outs. They can't afford a thing to get through here and give up a cheap run. So they're going to play the infield back, at least for the first batter. So here's Russell pinch hitting. DiPino, 2-5, and that's a strikeout chance. 11 is not going to get him, so Russell will get the swing. 5-2, it's a fly to center, could be a sacrifice fly. His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. It's a 3, so that's going to fail, but then you got Duncan, who could potentially score anyway. He's a 5, center fielder arm. Hatcher is a +1, is a 6, so he's going to score automatically on the sacrifice fly. And that will put a run on the board for the Dodgers. Sacrifice fly by pinch hitter Bill Russell. Now RJL, I'm not sure if Sachs can take third on that, or at least attempt to take third on that, but I don't think he can, but you can let me know if he can or not. I don't think he can, but I want to play it that he can't. So, but I play so many games, I'm confused. Sometimes I get confused as to who can do what. All right, so Bill Madlock stepping up to the plate, tying run. Steve Sachs is on second base with 1 out. DiPino strategy roll, nothing happening. 3-3, that's a hit by pitch chance. He's a 9 plus the 4 is a 13. That's a 9. It's a hit by pitch, and that could be payback for when the Dodgers hit Glenn Davis. So they hit Bill Madlock, although you don't want to put the go-ahead run on base. So I doubt that was intentional. I think that was just one that got away from him. But Bill Madlock, he is on. Runners at first and second. It does, in a strange way, set up a double play, so maybe there's something to that. I don't know. There is one out. I forgot to record the out on the sacrifice fly. There is one out, but runners at first and second. Okay, if it was automatic, which it was not, so that's good. All right. DePino to Marshall. Nothing happening on the strategy roll. DePino, 4-3. And that's a strikeout plus. And he got him. So a big, huge strikeout for Frank DePino. He hit that strikeout plus at the right time. And that's out number 2. And now Trevino is the last chance for the Dodgers to tie this game or potentially take the lead. Nothing happened on the strategy roll. DePino, 6-4. And against a righty, that's a blank. So if Socha had been in the game, that would have been an out. But Trevino will swing. 5-6. He grounds to third, and that's going to end the inning with 2 outs already. Doesn't really matter what they do with it. I'll just say he steps on the bag for the force play. So we'll go 5 unassisted on the force play to 4 sacks at third base. Dodgers get a run, cut the lead to 6-5. In this wild and woolly game here on the NBC Game of the Week. Go to the top of the 8th, and we do need a pinch hitter for DePino. So his day is done. Coming back out will be Ken Howell. And I forgot to mark off DePino. And let's see who's going to pinch hit. Looks like Denny Walling will get the call to pinch hit for the Astros. That's why we save these left-handed pinch hitters until now for the more opportune times in the game, and didn't want to pinch hit for him in the early innings. This is why. So Denny Walling will pinch hit here against Ken Howell. So Walling, Poole, and Walker all gone. So Pena and Bailey, the 2 left on the bench for the Astros. Howell, 4-2, possible error on the ground ball. Walling, 3-6, liner to second, no ground ball to worry about. Sack snags it. And finally, a pinch hitter for the Astros fails. And it looks like I'm going to have to go back and get Larry Anderson because I don't want to use Dave Smith in the 8th inning unless they have the lead. Which they still have the lead. I guess you could use him as a 2. How many batters can he face? Let's see. Can he go 2 innings? He's only showing as a 4, so I don't really want to use. He's more of a 1-inning guy, so I'm going to have to go get Larry Anderson. I don't have any choice. All right. Bill Doran, the batter. 5-3. That's a strikeout chance. 10 is too high. We go to Doran. 6-5, and that's a single pass first base. So Bill Doran with another base hit. And for Doran, his 3rd hit of the game. He's homered, and now he's singled twice. And let's see if he can get a jump. His attempt is a 6. Nothing added from Howell. That's a 1, so Doran has a chance to steal, and he will take advantage of that. 14, 0 from the pitcher, and Trevino's a -2 arm, makes him a 12. 1-12, why not send him? And he makes it. It's a 9, so Doran steals second base. He gets into scoring position with only 1 out for Billy Hatcher. Strategy roll again. Nothing. That's a 20, so potential pickoff on a 1-3. And nothing happened. Doran gets back. Howell to Hatcher, 2-1. Blank to a righty. Go to Hatcher, 2-6. Star 3 is a ground ball to second. Doran will take third, but now there are 2 outs. And it'll be up to Jose Cruz if they are to add to their lead in a 6-5 game. They could bring in Diaz if they wanted against the lefty Cruz, but I think they're going to stick with Howell. So many batters Howell has faced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is batter number 7, so he's not tired yet. He'll be tired on the next batter. So Jose Cruz it is. They will stick with Cruz. Nothing on the strategy roll. 3-3 is a strikeout chance, and he got him. So Howell strikes out Cruz to end the inning, and that's it for Howell. His day is done. Not only is he going to bat third this next inning, but he's tired now. So Howell gave him what I guess the best they can ask for. 2 shutout innings of relief. Keeps him in the game. It's 6-5. And let's see what they want to do here. They need a new pitcher, Houston does, obviously. So I don't really want to use Dave Smith because he can only face 4 batters. So I'm going to have to go get Larry Anderson, who I should have had with me all the time, and I didn't do it. So I apologize for the quick delay. I got to run into the bedroom and get the Philadelphia Philly team and pull Larry Anderson out of there. Let me double check my Astros that I've got right here with me to make sure I don't have Larry Anderson hiding somewhere. I don't think I do, but I want to double check it just to make sure. And I do not. So, yep, I'm going to have to go get Larry Anderson off the Phillies. I forgot to move him over. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back with the Phillies. Let's hope that Larry Anderson is still in here. I think he is. And there he is. He's actually carded with the Astros. So we can use him. Larry Anderson will come in. So slight snafu there by having him still with the Phillies by mistake and not moving him over. Didn't do all my homework on that like I should have. So, Larry Anderson. And Anderson is now the 6th pitcher used by Houston. So the only one left in the bullpen is their closer, Dave Smith, and they will save him for the 9th, obviously. So coming up for the Dodgers will be Brock Williams and a pinch hitter for the pitcher, Ken Howell. And it looks like Mike Scioscia might be a good candidate for that. He's the only lefty on the bench. Although, if the other guys, Cabell has a better average, I might use him. Scioscia's 251. Cabell's 256. But Cabell is much better against lefties. Scioscia's a little bit better against righties. So I think we're going to use Scioscia as a pinch hitter. It's going to be Brock Williams and Scioscia due up for the Dodgers. And I believe Tom Niedenfuhr will come in and pitch the 9th for the Dodgers. Right now, Greg Brock will lead it off against Larry Anderson. Sorry about the delay, folks. Let's see here. There is start of the inning, so I didn't move this over yet. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the 8th. Anderson, 4-3. And that is a blank to a lefty. So Brock will swing. 5-6, star 2. That's a ground ball to second. Doran's got it. 1 away. And that'll bring up Reggie Williams. 5-3. That is a potential walk. That's an 8. He only walks at a 7 against righties plus the -3 there. Makes him a 4, so no walk. Williams 6-2, and he grounds it right back to Anderson for out number 2. So 2 down, and now Mike Scioscia, the pinch hitter, will be coming on. That will leave Cabell and Anderson the only bench players for the Dodgers. 5-6 against Anderson is a blank. Scioscia 4-5, and he flies to right to end the inning. So he fails in the pinch. So the inning is over. We go to the 9th. Still 6-5, so at least it's a close game. The last couple of demolition ones haven't been as close as I would have liked. So Larry Anderson is done. He did his job. Dave Smith will be primed and ready for the 9th. And speaking of the 9th for the Dodgers, since there's no safe situation, there's no use holding him anymore. That's Tom Niedenfuhr. Niedenfuhr 6-6, 11 saves, and a 3.71 ERA. That leaves Carlos Diaz the only bench or bullpen arm available. And coming up for the Dodgers, it'll be Davis, Bass, and Garner, righty switch righty. So Glenn Davis will step up against Niedenfuhr. And Davis had an interesting game. He's walked, he's been hit by a pitch, he's reached on an error, and grounded to first. 4-1 strikeout chance, 20 though is too high for Davis. 2-5, star 1, that's a fly to left, put away out there by the left fielder, Russell. 4 out, number 1. Brings up Kevin Bass. 2-6, that's a blank. 5-2, star 4, that's a fly to center. So Reggie Williams puts that away. So 2 fly ball outs by Niedenfuhr. And he is a fly ball pitcher. Look at his star line. Everything is a fly ball. And his double play rating is a -1. So that tells you he is a fly ball pitcher. And so far, the results have stood up to that. Although the fly balls have been off the batter cards. But still, kind of the karma's heading that way, I guess. Here's Garner. 3-2, and that is a strikeout chance. 4 got him. So Niedenfuhr comes in, pitches a 1-2-3 top of the 9th, keeps his team in the game, and sets the stage to see if we can get any, as Robert calls it, 9th inning magic out of the Dodgers. But they've got to do it against the closer, Dave Smith. In 1986, he was 4-7 with 33 saves and a 2.73 ERA. So they've used the whole bullpen. That's it. Smith, nobody left. If it goes extra innings, they're going to pull a starter to try to do some relief work. And for the Dodgers, it will be the top of the order, Duncan, Sachs, and Russell. Don't forget, Russell came in for Stubbs. So it will be Duncan, Sachs, and Russell. So bottom of the 9th. RJL looking for 9th inning magic, perhaps. But Smith's a tough guy to get it on. 2-6, and right here, split chance, but Duncan's a switch hitter, so that means it's a star line. Had he been a right-hand hitter, and he would have gotten a hit, but it's a star line, so he will be out, and it's going to be a ground ball to short. Reynolds is there, 1 down. So that's one where the reverse split got him. Smith looks like he's actually can be tougher against lefties in certain cases. So now it brings up Steve Sachs. 3-3 is a strikeout plus, and he got him. So 2 down. And we're down to our final out, and it's Bill Russell. Do they want to use Russell, or do they want to go to a pinch hitter? They do have Enos Cabell, who hits a little bit better and could also play left field. Let's see what they want to do here. Russell did get a sacrifice fly his only time up. Wow, what do you want to do with this? They're going to make the move. They're going to go to Enos Cabell. Neither one have home run potential against righties. They both have zeros against righties, but we're going to try Cabell and see what he can do. If it does somehow go to the extra innings, Cabell can play left field, although not very well. So Enos Cabell, pinch hitting, last chance for the Dodgers. Smith, 5-4. That's a walk plus an 11. The plus will make him a 17. Even the -3 to a 14 is still going to be a walk. So Enos Cabell will draw the 2-out walk and keeps the inning going. And as RJL would say, what? Did you expect a 1-2-3 final inning in the NBC game of the week? I think not. Not to borrow a catchphrase from him, but I just did. All right, so Cabell is aboard now. The only guy left on the bench is Anderson, who runs at a 3. Cabell runs at a 4, so Cabell's better. So we're going to keep Cabell there. Cabell's attempt is a 4. -1 from Smith would be a 3. 16 not happening, so he can't get the jump. It's going to be up to Bill Madlock. Hey, Kenyon, how you doing? Last chance for the Dodgers. It is Matlock against Dave Smith. 2-6. And against a right-hander, that's a S1, single past the pitcher. So a single past the pitcher keeps the inning going and the game going. You need a get from first to third. You need a 4 through 6. Cabell runs at a 4, plus with 2 outs makes him a 5. So he will take third automatically on the base hit by Bill Matlock. And now Dave Smith is actually tired because he can face 4 batters, and he just faced them right there. So he's got to face Mike Marshall with fatigue on his mind, with runners at the corners and 2 down. And boy, what do you do now? If you're Hal Lanier, you really have no chips left on the table. You've used them all. So I don't really think you can do much with it. They will go out and visit Dave Smith, try to calm him down a little bit, as the Dodgers looking to not go away so quietly.
Lemons, lemons, lemons. The world is so full of lemons.
Okay.
When you become an Expedia member, you can instantly start saving on your travels. So you can...
All right. Sorry about that. Hit a wrong button. Oh, is he going to hit the? Is he going to hit the block dragon for stealing his phrase, his catchphrase? Well, you know what they say. Like you just said, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So here we go. Mike Marshall with a chance right here. Matlock, I don't think he'd be trying to run. His attempt is a 1. -1 from Smith. He can't get a jump. So it's going to be all up to Mike Marshall to keep this game going. Dave Smith is tired, don't forget. 1-2, strikeout plus, and he got him, and that's the ball game. That's the ball game. Dave Smith, even though he's fatigued, he got that big strikeout, and that ends the game. With runners at the corners and 2 down, Dave Smith saves the day, literally, for the Astros. He earned that save. 6-5, your final. The Astros defeat the Dodgers. And I'll give a wrap-up for the totals of the ball game. Let's check first the Astros. See how many hits they had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits. So unofficially got him for 6 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors. Left on base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got him for 10 left on unofficially. Now for the Dodgers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits I've got him for. 5 runs and 9 hits. No errors. And left on base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Got him for 8 left on base. So it's an awful score line with this red stuff, but I ran out of ink in my pen, in my black pen. So what I've got unofficially, Astros win it 6 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, and 10 left. For the Dodgers, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 8 left. Trying to determine who the winning pitcher is. It could be Manny Hernandez or Julio Lopez. I have to figure that one out. The losing pitcher, let's see, when did they give up those runs? It was in the 6th inning. So who was pitching the 6th inning is the question. I believe that was Pena. I think Pena is going to take the loss. Astros won this game in real life 7-5. They won it here 6-5. In real life, it was 7-10-0, 5-17-1 was the line. So not that far off of the actual game. So the Astros win it 6-5. I was trying to print out the standings on Stratomatic of the 86 replay because I'm just letting the Stratomatic autoplay everything. I am putting in the results from the game of play here on the game of the week, but all other games are being simmed by the Strat computer. And in both leagues, the New York teams are in first place, and there is some there is some conspiracy theorists out there that think that Stratomatic caters to the New York teams. So maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Of course, the Mets are really good, and the Yankees actually had a decent team. Boston is struggling early, and actually the Dodgers are slightly ahead of the Astros, but that may change now, as I believe the Giants are in first place at this point in the season in the replay, but the Dodgers and Astros are right on their heels. So I want to thank everybody for spending part of your Saturday with me. I really enjoy doing the live stream on Saturday afternoons, kind of a little niche that I found that seems to be in my happy spot, and hopefully people enjoy it. Good to have a nice tight ball game, especially in the ninth, to have a potential chance to have the game turn in the ninth inning when you really have a chance, especially the first two were out, and then all of a sudden you get a walk and you get a single and runners on the corners, and the next thing you know, pitcher's in trouble. Dave Smith reached back for something extra, got that strikeout to end the ball game. Next week on the Game of the Week, we will be back to payoff pitch, and it will be the Kansas City Royals visiting the Angels. So they won't have to travel too far from Dodger Stadium to get to Anaheim Stadium. It'll be Dennis Leonard. Sorry about that. It'll be Dennis Leonard against Don Sutton. And I believe in real life, Don Sutton was going for win number 300 in this game and didn't get it, but I'd have to double check that. But that is the Game of the Week next week on Payoff Pitch. It will be the it'll be the Royals and the Angels. The week after that, we'll be back to I believe we'll be back to Stratomatic, which would be the Orioles and the Red Sox. And then after that, I'm not sure. But it will be a payoff pitch. It will be the Royals and the Angels. So we saw the the National League West winners in this game. And next week, we'll see the American League West winners, the Angels, in that game. We've already seen the Mets and the Red Sox already in this Game of the Week. So we get to see the 4 division winners early on and see if the Stratomatic computer can get those results to be where those 4 teams win again. We shall see. Well, thanks to everybody again for spending part of your Saturday with me. Special thanks to RJL for checking me on the rules. Don't forget to tune in to RJL tonight for Game 2 of the 1979 Fall Classic between the Angels and the Astros. It'll be Dave Frost for the Angels, and it'll be Joe Niekro spinning those knucklers for the Astros. So the Astros win it here. Let's see what happens tonight. Again, if you haven't seen Game 1, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'll let you go back and watch it. I don't want to give away who won that Game 1. But it's a good one, so you need to go back and watch it if you can. But tonight, check out RJL for that game and Inside Pitch. He is the Inside Pitch guru, and all of us are just living in his neighborhood as far as Inside Pitch goes. Like I said, I get back to it once in a while. I was really proficient at it when I was doing the Nationals replay, but now with the new charts and everything, some of these things are not quite as ingrained in my mind as they should be, probably. Probably need to play this game more often offline just to practice and get my skills up. Same with payoff pitch. There's some things in payoff pitch that I have to catch up on when I'm used to playing Stratomatic for so long. Anyway, that's going to do it from here. Again, it's a slight tease, I guess, but I will be doing a new project in History Maker Baseball, and that will premiere on Tuesday. I'm thinking on Tuesday around lunchtime, around noon Eastern. Couldn't do it live because the way I presented it, it's not conducive to live. You always have to look at it and see why. But anyway, History Maker Baseball, the Baseball America set, the fictional set. I will be doing a new project with that, 54 games to be played with one team and sim the rest. So that will give me something extra to work on besides the Game of the Week and the Demolition League. So I kind of wanted to break from the Demolition League for at least a tiny bit, just to branch out and play other games. This Game of the Week does not include History Maker Baseball, so this will be the first chance to do that. Brandon, actually in the first game there will be none of those pregame rolls because it's opening day, so I don't do any of those. But there will be, going forward. But hopefully, I had a lot of fun doing it this morning. It was a little bit cheesy, probably. People would probably say it's a little bit cheesy. I tried to add some humor to the game. I don't know how it's going to turn out. We'll see if it flops or whether it's people like it. We'll wait and see. But I definitely want to do it as a premiere so I can possibly get feedback real time from people. If not, they just leave me comments later on and let me know if it's something you guys want to continue to see or whether I should stick to Stratomatic and be done with it. Anyway, that's it from here. It's a beautiful day on a Saturday. Here where I am, it's finally, we got the 90-degree heat out of here, and I believe it's like 80 degrees and low humidity and sunshine and a nice little breeze coming in. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. I got some honeydew things to do, some chores to get done, which are typical Saturday things. So I will do those. And then tonight I will check in on RJL and see how the Astros and the Angels are faring in the Fall Classic. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game we choose to play, however we choose to play it. And as usual, I will see you all down the road.